Pick up the URT. Welcome back to the URT. Hold tight wherever you are. The URT. Love to the URT. Please smash a like for the URT. Subscribe for the URT. Share for the URT. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. I've just finished 2 hours, nearly 2 hours, chopping it up with a man them on Saturday TV. Please make sure you go and watch that if you've not already watched it. Today, I was getting a lot of flowers. A lot of people in the comments and a lot of the panelists were saying, Nurin, you were right. And I wish I wasn't right. I wish every opinion about Manchester United football structure, Manchester United board, Manchester United owners, Manchester United ownership, I wish I was wrong about everything. I wish I was wrong about everything because I'd rather be wrong to see Manchester United doing well. I'd rather be wrong and see Manchester United win trophies. But after being silent for the past couple of months, the past month and a bit, Jim Ratcliffe Glazer has finally spoken and has given an interview to the Times. Now, the article which I've got for you here, people, which we're going to go through, is from the Irish Times. So a lot of the quotes are on there. So I'm going to go to that article and we're going to have a little read through because I don't want to be taking anybody out of context. Yes, so it says, Ratcliffe won't make a knee-jerk decision over Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim's Manchester United future. Ruben needs to demonstrate that he is a great coach over the 3 years, Ratcliffe said. So basically, the project is 3 years, and that is what they're going by. The project is 3 years, even though Ruben Amorim has only got a contract for 2.5 years. So then he says, Ruben needs to demonstrate he's a great coach over 3 years, says Ratcliffe. Manchester United minority owner Jim Ratcliffe has given head coach Ruben Amorim 3 years to prove himself and insists he will not run the club on a knee-jerk reactions. Basically, who's saying the knee-jerk reactions are the fans. The Portuguese is approaching the first anniversary of his appointment at Old Trafford, but his position has been under constant scrutiny since he took over last November. November the 1st last year. Sorry. Since the scrutiny, since he took over on November the 1st last year. He failed to record back-to-back Premier League wins during that time, coming 15th last season. Their worst top-flight finish 1974, and things have not improved much since the summer as United were knocked out of the Carabao Cup by League Two Grimsby in August. And by the way, I just want to remind people, that actual team was better than the team that finished 15th. Because in 1974, you can only get a win for 2 points. Manchester United, in the modern time, you get a win for 3 points. So if you look at it, actually, they were a better team than that. That has led to suggestions Amorim's job is under threat. But Ratcliffe said the 40-year-old was a good guy and he had time to turn things around. He has not had the best of seasons. Ruben needs to demonstrate he's a great coach over 3 years. That's where I would be, he told the business podcast produced by the Times on Sunday. The press sometimes don't understand. By the way, the press just means Manchester United fans. I repeat for the people at the back. The press, he's couching it as the press, but he means the Manchester United fan base. That's who he's talking about. Sometimes don't understand. They want overnight success. They think it's a light switch. The press are not all supporting Manchester United. The press are not supporting Manchester United. Majority of the press in this country and in European football do not support Manchester United. Majority of them eat of Manchester United's downfall because we are a big, huge football club. Huge football club, historic football club with almost 1 billion in fan base around the world. So of course, we're gonna get whatever they're saying about Manchester United is gonna get the most clicks. But also, our club does that as well. Our club does that as well. So it's not just the press. Our club also makes money from all the clicks, from all the even the bad news. Glazers and Ineos make money. Oh, but so they think it's a light switch, flick the switch and it's going to be rose tomorrow. No, nobody said that. Nobody has said that. Nobody. So he's basically in that paragraph, he's talking to the fans. You can't run a club like Manchester United on knee-jerk reactions. And some journalists who goes off on every week. Now, he's talking about the fan base because journalists are not the ones. They're not. Very far in between who support Manchester United. Ratcliffe has owned just under 30% of United throughout his chemical company, Ineos, since February 2024, taking over the control of the football operations at the club. That has left the Glazer family, who have been the subject of numerous fan protests over their handling of club since taking over in 2009 in overall charge. Asked what would happen if Glazer told him to sack Amorim, Ratcliffe said it's not going to happen. The Ineos boss added Glazers were unhappy for him to take charge. We're happy for him to take charge, adding that properly sums it up. We're local and they're on the other side of the pond. That's a long way away to try and manage a football club as big, as complex as Manchester United. We are here with feet on the ground. They get a bad rap. They're really nice people and they are really passionate about the club. This don't make sense. So we're local, they're not. They're on the other side of the pond. So why, if they care and they're really nice, how come they're not here to run the football club? That two things contradict themselves. Ratcliffe has come in for some criticism of his own after a controversial cut designed to drive down costs, so around 450 jobs extra, removal of perks like subsidized staff lunches. Look what he says. The costs were too high. There are some fantastic people at Manchester United, but there was a lot of mediocrity and it had become bloated, he said. I got a lot of flack for the free lunches, but no one's giving me a free lunch. That's an absolute waffle. By the way, there are massive institutions and organizations that give free lunches to their employees. Loads of employees do that. Loads of companies do that. Not all companies in the world do that, but there are some who do it. And for a lot of the people who are Manchester United fans who worked at Manchester United, they weren't on the big pay people. Please understand that. These people were not on a big pay. So when you support the football club and you work so hard behind the scenes in the football club, you expect to get travel paid for. You expect to get an extra ticket to take maybe your friend or maybe a sibling to a cup final. You expect to get a little free lunch here and there. But no, this is why the billionaires are psychopaths, because he's lost touch with reality. The biggest correlation, like it or not, is between results and external factor is profitability. That's a lie. That is a biggest fucking loaves of waffle I have ever heard in my life. Go and get me a football club that is run on profitability, that is being successful, and that cuts that have been made. Go and get me a club that is run, and after you made cuts, that goes and wins trophies. That is a lie. Football business is football business. It's not like other businesses. Please understand this, United fans. I beg you to understand this. You cannot put a team or a club under austerity measures and think you're going to achieve something. Why do you think Daniel Levy got sacked at Spurs? He bought in the money. He never made sure he sold players. He never made sure that Spurs were a very well-run club. But how many trophies has Spurs won? Majority of people who are in football, make losses. If people could get into the accounts how much money the owners of Man City have wasted at Man City, or how much money Ibrahimovic wasted at Chelsea. Majority of success, or how much money have the Qatari owners wasted at Paris Saint-Germain. Majority of football clubs make a loss. That is a fact. They're not profitability. They're not run like a fucking chemical club. Sorry, chemical business. They're not run like a chemical factory. They're not. Football, most owners in football in a big high level make losses. So that's a lie. The more cash you got, the better squad you can build. Manchester United made a lot of money with under Ed Woodward, but they spent it wrong. So a lot of what you have done in the first year is spend an awful lot of time putting a club on sustainable, healthy footing. That is a waffle. Of course, you don't want waste at any level, whether it's football or not. But there's no football club that's ever been on austerity that has gone on to win big trophies. Mark my fucking words. We're not seeing all the benefits of the restructuring we've done this set of financial results. United last month retorted record revenue, 65 million for the last season, but a loss of 33 million for financial year. And we are not in a Champions League. Well, we made our money. If you go and watch that figures, we made most of our money from what? We made it from being in the stadium and the ticket fucking prices you put up. So there's no discount for disabled, elderly, or youngsters. These numbers will be better. Manchester United will become the most profitable football club in the world, in my view. And from that will stem a hope, a long-term sustainable high-level football. You see what he says there? Most profitable football club in the world. Do you guys, as fans, while our biggest competitors run away from us because the longer we're out of the Champions League, losing out on 100 million a year from being just in the group stages of the Champions League, and missing out of all the advertisement and everything that goes with it, being in the Champions League, all the revenue you get from advertisers, the more we're going to fall behind. But this guy, I told you from day one, it was a vanity project and he's in it to make money. By the way, go on, don't listen to me. Go on, see Ineos company is making losses all over the place. That's the article, people. That's the article. That is the article. So I need you to get in the comments and I need you to tell me what you guys think. Like I repeat, all it is nothing but 2-bit PR. I told you, look, he was buying Manchester United on a vanity project. And one of the other big reasons is because the Glazers always wanted to revamp the whole area and build a stadium so they can make more money from the football club. Manchester United is in trouble, people. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with a football club owner or part owner backing a manager. But do you know how you back a manager? Ratcliffe. So I don't believe any of that business. I don't want to say it. I'm glad I stopped myself. But yeah. You back a coach when after the Leeds performance, he begged and said, I need more different dynamic players in midfield. You should have backed him then. You should have backed him in the transfer window in January. You should have backed him in the summer. We all said on this channel, we've argued it, majority of us, he needed 6 in that starting lineup, 5 or 6 players in that starting lineup for him to be able to get a foot in the way he wants to play his football. But I'm afraid words and 3-year plan with no substance or no vision behind it is just a lot of hot air. And all you're doing is try to cover your back. But you want to make it out that you're backing Amorim. You back Amorim not with words, you back him with action. And you back him in the transfer window, which you didn't. Please, when he's talking about journalists, most journalists don't support United. He's talking about you fans. And if you can't realize that, then I can't help you. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We are shadow banned. The waffle that's come out of that man's mouth is unbelievable. But you know what? There are some in the fan base who are going to swallow it. I'm an adult. I'm not going to say pause. They're going to swallow it deep down. No pause. I feel bad for those people. But that's how PR and propaganda works. So yeah, no shame in backing your coach. But you know where you back your coach? In the recruitment. Free Palestine. Free the people that are getting genocided. We stand in total solidarity with the Palestinian people. Big up to all the people, activists, all the humanitarians who try to deliver aid to the Palestinians that were tortured and mistreated by the Zionist entity. Fuck the diaper army. Fuck Zionism is a death cult. Win, lose or draw. F Glazers. F Ineos. And if you don't want to be down with them, then F you too. They're waiting for the stadium. This sustainability bullshit doesn't work. Most owners make losses. Don't take my words for it. Go and research it yourself. We're out.